Welcome to 12 more poses you should do every day. We are filming in beautiful Victoria, BC in the springtime with the cherry blossoms in the background. You'll have some cherry blossom snow coming down for you here. And this class is special because you can film it without a yoga mat. You can take it with you on vacation. You can do the whole class standing up. So we're going to start standing with your feet underneath your hips. We're going to center standing, so feel your connection to the earth. If you can do this standing on the earth, it's a great way to connect with that earth energy. Let your knees be soft. Let your pelvis be even, your ribs over your pelvis, your shoulders roll back and down, your ears over your shoulders. Just take a moment to feel the energy of the earth. Breathe that grounding and soothing energy up through your legs. Feel the support and the stillness. Let your diaphragm drop down to your feet as you breathe in. Feeling all that grounding and soothing energy coming in. You're going to take your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, and you're going to lift your heel as you turn to the side. And we're going to just start with some spinal twisting. So this is our first pose, which is great for creating some energy for our class. And it's also great for moving our spine into rotation. So when I think about creating a yoga class, I'm thinking about moving my spine in all directions. So this is rotation and creating some energy for the class. And then you can bring your knees back underneath you, place your hands on your knees. You're going to exhale, round up through your back, and inhale, arch through your back. So you're doing a standing cat-cow, taking your spine through flexion and extension. And this is so good for your nervous system, so soothing for your nervous system. Also very nice for your back, releasing tension in your back. Opening your chest, great for breathing. And then coming back to legs wide, you're just going to shift from side to side, stretching out your inner thighs and groin. Just a little side to side. So this is pose number 3. And then we're going to add a little something to this. So you're going to reach and reach and reach and reach. So you get a little rotation, and we can be intentional about this so that you can release anything that you want to let go of before you come into this class. Maybe anything that you're carrying with you, any tension physically, mentally, emotionally, that you want to release before we start this class. Okay, and then keeping those legs wide, we're just going to reach down the leg and down the leg. So you're side bending here. So this is great to move your spine through lateral flexion, opens up the ribs and the intercostal muscles for breathing. It's great for your QL muscles for low back pain. Okay, we're gonna come back. And then what are we on now? Number 5. So this is number 5. You're gonna draw your right knee in. And this is a balancing pose, so you could hold on to your wall or a tree or a chair. Hold on in front or behind your knee, and you're gonna circle your foot. So we're gonna get some ankle rotation here for our ankle joint. And circle the other way. And then you're going to take your leg and you're going to cross it over your ankle, cross it over your knee, and you're going to sit down so you get a nice hip stretch here as well. So you're getting deep into the external rotators of the hip here. Also working on your balance. And then you're going to come back up. Let's do that whole sequence on the other side. So this time you're going to stand on your left foot. You're going to pick up your right leg and you're going to circle your foot. So that knee to chest is great for your low back, great for your digestive system. And then circle the other way. And then we're going to cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Sit down so we can get that deep hip stretch going on here. Okay, and then you're going to release that down. For the next one, we're going to have lots of options. So we're going to start by coming up onto your toes and lowering down. So you're basically just going to roll through your feet. Come up onto your toes, roll back onto your heels. Up onto your toes, roll back through your heels. Then you're going to reach up and down. Up and down. So you inhale up and exhale down. So this coming up onto your toes strengthens your arches. You're working all the way through your feet. Reaching up through your arms opens you up through your chest. And you can stay with this. You can use your arms or not use your arms. You could do one foot at a time if you're finding it challenging for your balance. Okay. If you want, you could add a jump. And then you're getting even more for your lymphatic system and also for your circulatory system. Okay, good job. Okay, so take a moment. If you're jumping, your heart rate probably went up. Let it calm down. So it's okay, we want our nervous system to be able to go into activation, come back down to regulated. And for this one, what you're going to do is you're going to take a step back into a high lunge, and then you're going to come up. Take a step back into a high lunge, which is great. You're going to open up the front of your hip and you're going to come up. Okay, so stepping back, opening your hip, stepping forward. Stepping back, opening up your hip and coming forward. So you can stay with that, the stepping back and coming forward, stepping back and coming forward, or you can add on. You can step back, you can come up with the knee up. You can step back, come up with the knee up. step back, come up with a knee up. So we're really working balance, core strength here. Step back, knee up. Okay, you can stay with that, or you can add on again. Step back, knee up, leg through. Step back, knee up, leg through. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Okay, and the other thing you could do here is, you don't have to always step to the same place. You can be fancy. Because just like in life, life sends us in all directions. So we can practice going in all directions. We might even step out to the side. I'm getting too close, Tim says. Okay, so that's number 7. Number 8 pose that we should do every day is chair pose. So we're going to start with some arm circles, open up our chest, and we're going to sit back as we do it, staying upright and coming back up. Looks like we're doing the chicken dance in slow motion. Okay, so staying upright, keep your chest up, sit down, and come up. Okay, so from the top, really lifting your chest, imagining there's a string pulling you up here. Staying upright through your chest, coming down, lowering down through the sit bones, and coming back up. Let's do one more like that. Staying upright, lifted through the chest, looking up. That'll help you to stay upright through your chest. And coming up. Okay. And then you're going to release that down. Someone's just so strengthening for your legs, and then we had some nice little bit of shoulder mobility in there. Now we're on number 9. We're going to do dancer pose. So for dancer pose, you can stand on one leg, hold on to your foot on the other leg, and let's just spend some time. Get that shoulder rolled back and down, open up through your hip, drop your knee. Pause here, feel the quads opening up, the chest opening up. Lift your opposite arm. Gonna inhale here, exhale, pull your heel away from your buttocks. Let that open your chest even more. Dancer is such a great pose to open up your hip flexor, your quads, your heart, your chest, your shoulders. Great for balance. Okay, and then we're going to do that on the other side. So you're going to stand on your other leg now. You're going to hold on to your opposite leg and just spend a little bit of time opening up your hip, rolling your shoulder back and down, lifting your chest, dropping your knees so your legs are in line, and letting all of this adjust. So it takes time, we've got time, we're going to be patient with ourselves. You're going to take your opposite arm up. And then you're going to let that heel drift away from your buttocks. Opening the chest. Feeling the stretch through the quad, hip flexor, chest, heart, shoulder. Breathing, balancing. Okay, for number 10, we're going to use our block. Okay, number 10 is where you're going to need your block, especially if you have knee issues or you want to protect your knees. You're going to start squatting on your block like this. You're going to inhale here, and then you're going to exhale. You're going to straighten your legs. So we're kind of doing a variation on Uttanasana, and then we're coming back down to like a squat. And this is going to release your low back and your hamstrings. So, but you can do it without the block if it doesn't bother your knees. And the other thing you can do is you can come into Uttanasana and you can just bend a little bit too. Okay, so see what works for you. Come all the way down or part way down. And then you're going to stay in that the malasana, the squat position. And again, you can use the block or not. The block's nice for the knees. And you're going to add a rotation. And then you're going to sit on the block. I kind of changed my mind about what I'm going to do for number 11. You can sit up on the block. You're going to inhale here. You're going to exhale, lean back until you feel your core engaged. You can stay there, or you can take your arms out to the side. You could lift your feet. And then come back up again. We'll come back to number 10 just to release your low back. So this one is so great for releasing your groins, your low back, and your thoracic spine. And number 11 was great for your core strength. Shall we do the core strength one again, one more time? Okay, so come back. And the reason why I'm sitting on the block is just because the ground tends to be kind of a little bit wet and cold at this time of year. So that's kind of it. Maybe it gives a little different stimulus input. So sink down through your sit bones. If you have slipped herniated discs, do curls on your back instead. You're going to sit up nice and tall. You're going to lean back. Arms come up, out to the side. You can stay there, or you can lift. I'm going to fall off the block. You can lift your feet as well. And then come forward. And we'll just wiggle your hips. So you got 11 and 12 10 and 11 a couple extra times. Okay, and then we're going to finish seated, or you can lie down. And we're going to come into that seated position. I'm just going to grab my Kindle so I can read you a poem. But I'll get you set up first. I want us to really feel our breath around our diaphragm. So you're going to use your hands in an L shape, and you're going to place them at the base of your ribs. Okay, so ears over your shoulders, shoulders relaxed. And just feeling for the expansion of your ribs out to the sides and into your thumbs as you gently breathe in and out here. So I think some kind of breath awareness or connection with your breath during the day is some kind of pranayama, some kind of breath awareness is really a great thing to do each day. So the poem I have for you today is called Are You Awake by Julia Fehrenbacher. If you have not seen beauty today, you are not looking. Eyes are open, legs move, yet you yawn your way through another assumed day. You pray for something different, curse rain for falling, shoo away what you decide is wrong. You throw open every window and look out and out and out. Please stop the mindless doing and come close. Do you hear it? Rest your hand on your humming heart. Do you feel it? Feel rooted to ground. Feel rooted to ground. Fire that never stops burning. The slow drip of honey. Please stop and remember that every unlikely bit of it is laced in sunlight. All of it quietly conspiring to turn you toward true, toward you. The kettle is whistling. Are you awake? So thank you for joining me for this class on 12 more poses you should do every day. You can start to gently wiggle and stretch out. I hope you love the cherry blossoms, and if you like this class, I would love it so much if you gave it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, to subscribe and put I love the cherry blossoms in the comments if you're happy to see us filming outside again. Sending so much love from beautiful Victoria, BC. May you be as rooted as the old growth trees in our forests. May you be as strong as our mountains, and may you have joy as deep as the Pacific Ocean.